All right, team, before we get into this dynamic warm-up, we just want to tell you that Orangetheory Nation is back in the studio, and we are ready to get you back under those Orangetheory lights. So, if you have not checked, we have more than 1,000 studios that are open all around the world, and our members are going all out. So you know that you want a piece of that action. So we wanted to tell you to go ahead and check with your studio. Go onto the either Orangetheory app or to orangetheory.com and check in with your studio. They are more than ready to welcome you back inside that studio. But you are into this Orangetheory at home workout, so let's get into that dynamic warm-up. So 4.5 minutes of work to get that body nice and warm. One round, starting off with a scapular push-up, 30 seconds. So you're in that tabletop position, you're lowering down, and then you're pressing right back up. So focusing on engaging that back and then pressing right back up. Moving into a thread the needle for 30 seconds as well. So you're still in that tabletop position, you're gonna reach that arm underneath, and then you're coming right back to that tabletop position. Next, we're moving into a plank walkout. So you're sitting all the way up, you're rolling down one vertebrae at a time, walking the hands out into that high plank position, and then walking it back in. Awesome. Last, you have an alternating forward lunge with an overhead reach. So you're gonna step that foot forward, arms are overhead, and then stepping right back to that center position. Last thing, I lied. We have one more exercise. We have a seal jack. I know. So you're gonna jump those hands apart, jump those feet apart simultaneously. Option here, take out that power, tap it side to side, opening and closing those hands. 4.5 minutes to get that body warm. Let's go ahead and tackle it.
All right, fam, here we go. We got a solid push-pull upper body workout, meaning we're going to target the front and the back of the upper body. We're going to start it off. Coach Didi, she is going to perform an iso hip bridge chest fly. She's going to grab her 2 weighted objects. Arms are slightly bent with her hips off the ground. Keep the feet slightly or hip width apart. We're going to exhale as we bring those weighted objects up. Control them as you bring them back down. Next up, we're going to flip it over into a push-up position with 1 weighted object in her hand. We're going to start on the right side with a plank single arm low row. As she pulls up, she's going to make sure that she keeps her elbow tucked in closely to her body. Option is simply to perform with the knees on the ground. After this, grab the other weighted object. We're going to perform a close grip, hollow hold, alternating chest press. So elbows tucked into your side, keep your chin pointing straight up to the ceiling as you push those weighted objects up. Option, we're going to elevate the heels a little bit higher off of the ground. Next one, we're simply going to flip over, perform that low row with the left arm. And last one, we're going to go straight into a push-up to a knee tuck. Exhale as you come out of it. Bring those knees forward. Option, knees on the ground for the push-up. We're going to alternate bringing that knee forward with the knee tuck. All right, make sure it is burning, because if it ain't burning, you ain't working. Let's get it going.
I can easily die. Yes, I swear that it'll rise with or without you. Is this better like of mine? Today, boys, don't think I will keep quiet. 'Cause I will be fine with or without you. I can feel it burning through like fire. Yeah.
Orange Nation, this next one's going to be a power-based cardio block. 11 minutes of work. We're going to complete these exercises for a total of 2 rounds. Our first 2 movements, we're going to start with our push. 30 seconds of a sumo squat to alternating punch. Feet are a little bit wider than hip width, toes pointed out to a 45-degree angle. M is punching hard and punching quick. Your option here, reduce the depth of your sumo squat, slow down the punch. We're going to take it to a 30-second all-out in the form of star jumps on this one. Arms nice and wide, exploding up, getting as much air underneath your feet as you can. Option here, you can always step it out, adding a pause back together. After those 2 movements, you'll have 15 seconds of rest. Our next movement is our 45-second push in the form of a speed skater. So as you see, M staying nice and low, maximal distance from side to side, landing back on the heel to keep the knee safe. Your option here, you can step out to the side, but drive that knee up. We then have a 45-second all-out in the form of high knee. So we're going to be sprinting in place, arms pumping, knee up to about hip height, going real quick here. Options, you can slow things down or reduce the height of your knee if you need to. You get 15 seconds of rest, but we don't have that kind of time, so we're going to get right back into it. 1 minute push in the form of a broad jump to shuffle. So as you can see, maximal distance jumping forward, dropping into your squat, staying in the squat as you shuffle backwards. Options here, you can always reduce the distance of your jump. Last but not least, we do have 1 minute of an all-out in the form of a running man. So M's in her high plank position, hands stacked underneath the shoulders, keeping the glutes nice and low, driving your knee as close to the chest as you can, picking up the tempo. Your option, performing a mountain climber. You'll have 30 seconds of rest after those running men, then you're going to do it all over again for a total of 2 rounds. Let's get into the orange zone.
fight can easily die. Yes, I swear that it'll rise with or without you. Dreams is spread like a fire. Today, boys, I don't think I will keep quiet, 'cause I will be fine with or without you.
All right, Orange Nation, we have a 6-minute core blast coming at you. Our first exercise is going to be a dead bug. So you're going to start your set position. Your knees are bent, your arms are straight ahead. You're going to bring the opposite arm and leg apart as far as you can and then return it back to the center position and then switch sides. Make sure when you're doing this, you try to keep your back pressed into the ground. This one really challenges your coordination, so you have to go slow. You have 12 total reps. The second exercise is going to be a side plank hip dip. So you start your set position, elbow right below your shoulder, neutral spine, lower your hips down. You're going to bring them up to the top and then squeeze for a second and then lower it back down under control. Make sure you keep your spine nice and straight. Option is to perform with your bottom knee on the ground, 6 each side on that exercise. And then our third movement is going to be a Superman. So you start, arms fully extended, toes pressed into the ground, lift up at the same time, squeeze the glutes, slowly lower back to the ground. Your option is to reduce the range of motion. 12 reps on that. So 6 minutes, those 3 exercises. Let's get to work.
We've been hanging on for quite some time. It's gonna be a very long night, and I got everything, so now I feel right. If you're ready, then let us party for the night. If you're ready to have an awesome time, I'm ready, so let's party for the night. If you're ready to have an awesome time, I'm ready, so let us party for the night. Bottles and bottles and bottles, I'm popping some bottles and more, doing the most. How can I stop when I'm going? As long as it's green, I'ma go. Let us get low, partying like I'm the host, all white like I'm a ghost. Just so you know, I am the life of the party. I'm so bright, I can just glow. Feel so good when you alive, tasting the airs, I breathe in the night. Let's take a flight, we can go high, Vegas to Cali or even Dubai. Don't ask why, just say yeah. Anywhere that you can think of, we there. Facing our fears as we go on this ride. Loving this life, I'm ready for the night. I'm ready tonight. We've been hanging on for quite some time. It's gonna be a very long night, and I got everything, so now I feel right. If you're ready, then let us party for the night. If you're ready to have an awesome time, I'm ready, so let's party for the night. If you're ready to have an awesome time, I'm ready, so let us party for the night. In my rear view, I got a clear view, but if I did too, take a chance, I wanna dance, so I'ma ask if you a kid too. Here's the truth, I'm feeling nice and you looking right, so let's share the room. A cup of ice and a double shot of whatever's got me in this mood. It just feels good, living your life like you know that you should. Ride that wave, sip champagne, out for the night cause we just got paid. Club on slate, nothing to say, just good vibes, we live in a blade. Doing whatever we want on this ride. Loving this life, I'm ready for the night, I'm ready tonight. We've been hanging on for quite some time. It's gonna be a very long night, and I got everything, so now I feel right. If you're ready, then let us party for the night. If you're ready to have an awesome time, I'm ready, so let's party for the night. If you're ready to have an awesome time, I'm ready, so let us party for the night.
Let's cool our heart and body down with a 4-minute flexibility block. We have 6 exercises, 20 seconds each. Let's get on the floor here in prone position. Draw those elbows tight to the body, keeping the hips to the floor, gently press up and hold. Perfect. Second exercise is child pose. Draw the toes together, push the knees wide, drop the head, pressing through the palms, getting that nice deep stretch. Thread the needle is next. We're going to get in kneeling tabletop position. Draw that arm underneath, palm up, and hold that position to your range of motion. Our next exercise is a kneeling reverse forearm stretch. So we'll get in tabletop position, rotate the wrists so that your fingertips are facing you. Gently rock back with your hips to your range of motion and hold. Next, let's have a seat because you deserve it. We're going to take one leg over that opposite leg and twist over that same shoulder, holding at your comfort level. And last, we have a seated toe reach. So hinging at the hips, reaching towards those toes, maintaining a neutral spine, and feeling that nice deep stretch. Way to work today, team. We'll see you next time.